The new century is still young.
So we already looked at this.
Tensions in Europe are rising. Hopefully, everything will turn out well. Fortunately, transportation services are always in demand, in good times and in bad. You just can't have any scruples about who you get involved with. In any case, it's certainly worthwhile to be well prepared for any eventuality.
Open TTD is its own thing. I mean, I can think of many games over the years that this is inspired by. It's not. In fact, the whole idea of towns growing like it does feels very much like an ancient game, A-Train, which was black and white for like the old Mac.
The year is 1914 in beautiful Scandinavia. Fortunately, we are separated from Central Europe by the North and Baltic Seas, because things are getting noticeably uncomfortable there. Tensions are increasing. We are in the comfortable situation of sitting on top of gigantic deposits of raw materials, which someone will probably need very soon. On the other hand, we are dependent on foodstuff imports if we want to eat something other than crisp bread and rotten fish. Secure our country's basic supply for whatever may come. Germany needs huge amounts of steel. We don't know exactly what they need it for, but we are in a position to deliver that steel. In return, we can import foodstuffs. For example, good beer, which is in extremely short supply here.
Okay. Didn't think barley was that big of a problem, but you know. Okay, let's see. We are paused. They want me to get these various cities that I won't even try to pronounce. And supply them with food. Coal, iron, yes. Okay, so I have to give steel here, which will get me food. That's a weird harbor, given the fact that this game does have harbors. That's fine. So that means we need steel. Steel, that's construction parts, coal, iron, rocks. Steel. And I have 15 million, which is a good amount. So iron's over here. So I need iron and coal to be delivered to the steel mill. Probably do something like last time and just have one train bouncing back and forth. I need somehow, though I could probably just use truck to take the leftover slag and send it here. And the only reason I want to do that is that'll give me double the steel production if I let it create the slag. If I don't, I only get I get much less steel for my effort. And of course, the construction parts will just be delivered right here, no big deal. Actually, eventually it looks like I have to get it here. That's strange. Oh, I guess, do we build it? Oh well. Obviously that's future quests, because otherwise it wouldn't be on this map. Okay. I'm just debating whether I want to add, like, quick passenger train service between everything, because that will, in my experience, give a nice source of income. Much better than the shipping routes till you get it perfected. Because, while certainly all of the shipping is going to be profitable and could be more profitable than passengers, particularly, before the era of significant numbers of cars, it is more profitable to ship people around. So maybe, do I have, what's the awards? Oh, and I have to get the food to all the cities. So I really need a train network between all the cities anyway. But if they want that in 6 years, this is going to be interesting to pull off. And that's another time limit. Okay, well, since I haven't already lost all the medals, can I pull it off? I suspect the answer's no, but but if you don't try now, well, let's ask before we go down any of this line of thought. What's this question mark about?
A German U-boat sank a Swedish schooner with a valuable cargo: 5,000 bottles of champagne, 67 barrels of cognac, and 17 barrels of wine were stored on board. The one who finds this treasure will be a real lucky duck. The lady from the harbor should know more.
Was there any... I'm surprised that's not one of the medals. Anyway.
The lady from the harbor said she could help us. Recently, a message in a bottle washed up on the pier. She gave us the note, written in a scrawling hand. It says, "We're sinking ship in distress. Don't let the good stuff go bad. Look on the coast in the east."
Okay. So the towns are predefined by the game, and since this is a scenario, this map is constant. But they will evolve, so we have our 3 towns, but they will grow based on what needs and other things need to go on. So this town might get a lot more populated as I'm sending everything through it. Yeah, speaking of which, what is the east? I've spun around too much, I don't know which way is north anymore. Anyway, we'll look into that in a little bit. I do know how to find out, just not yet. Anyway, if we are to do this in 6 years... which is a very tight timeline, I think I would have to do this at least twice. But... let me not make that mistake. That's making a passenger train station where you need freight. An evil hill. Give me terrain. Yeah, that would be much nicer. So, if I'm going to do that, let's do something like that. And we can reinstall our roadways. And I'm going to need another train station. This is going to need, ideally, more platforms. You know, at least 2 if I did it like before. Which is probably fine. And I want a through this one. And I don't think I want it to fall off the edge of the planet like that. I don't know, this is at a very efficient location. They have a farm there without, no, whatever. Because I need it, you know, the first stop's here to here. Where was the coal again? The coal then is going to come around this way. I'm wondering if I just put it this way and make everything back out and just like get 2 or 3 lines in it. Let's do that. Train, freight station, let's go 3 in that case. And let's kill some of the road here because I think it's going to be very in the way. And I'm going to somehow make that do. And just to be sure, that is connected, yep. By connected, by the way, I mean close enough that things will automatically transfer, not anything else. That's expensive. We want to follow the terrain and not... So that should be able to deal with getting iron. I also need to get the coal. And this is another one-track one. And here I just take as far as I can go and still be connected. And go to places any for my depot. It's a little more expensive because of the hill. And eventually, I guess we're going to need something here. I mean, I don't have to use trains, but... This is... That was a bad decision. Okay, let's stop making things worse. Okay, so I want coal to come in here. I want iron ore to, well, that's iron ore, right? Okay, just to make sure I'm saying the right thing. So iron ore will come in here, coal will come in here. Now it's going to be actually the same train, so I need to at least provide the ways for them to do that. This last line's for steel. And I feel that's going to have to get doubled up and they're going to have to get together, so let's think about this. If steel's coming in, that's fine. If this is a double line, though, and I think that's the thing I need. And then over here, we can come back this way. Okay. And I'm assuming I don't have enough trains to need to double up here, or if I do, I'll just double up on the line. We'll see. But this stretch here is going to be probably the main path, because it's going to continue on to here for the steel delivery and the bread pickup. Which is unfortunate because bread and steel do not work on the same train. No one said they make it easy. So for right now, I guess I'm just going to do that. Oh, I had contentery on. Don't really need that on. I don't think we're buying anything electric. I guess when I start it, I'm going to start with the coal and delivering the steel to town, and then town can truck it into the town right there. No reason to go all the way. You can if you do it right, but you're still paying the maintenance cost on the carriages when they're running. So if I'm going back and forth between a specific place, you know, that works. You know, let's say if I ship the food from this station to the two towns here, that would be okay. But otherwise, if I'm going long distances with empty cars, the profit margin is negative. White lines in water? I mean, I see some, like, black swiggly weirdness artifacts. And that's in the real game, not the, It's really the water waves in whatever pattern they're doing. But as I said, I'm seeing it on my screen, it's not your side. It's driving me nuts. I don't know why it's happening on this map. I don't think I've seen it anywhere before. Fortunately, putting down the tracks is actually relatively cheap. I needed trains. I needed... If I can find somewhere somewhat semi-level for the train station, that'd be great. Where did my track end up? Okay. How much is it going to cost if I just do it? And if I try to make it nicer, how can I make it cheaper? I think if I curve it this way, it'll be a little cheaper when we come around. I think I'd be wrong. Okay, so I think that's the minimum I need to get going. I mean, this will evolve over time or next time I stream or whenever. Depends how far we get today. I'm not near done yet, but... So we certainly want to signal there so we don't start crossing this track. No one really should be on that road with how this game works, so let's put one there. So I guess both of these are possibly interesting. Now these are actually dual direction, so I'm not sure that's what I want. This is where I try to get the signaling right so we don't get a stuck train. Usually I do a decent job, but every now and then you always get a stuck train. So I certainly want to stop that there. But I don't think anything else... it's like here... is where we want to stop trains in the other direction. Okay, yeah, I don't think anything else is worth doing at this point, except for putting something soon after that so it clears the area quicker. Might take the same approach for anything coming this way. Okay, see you later, Nantu. Okay. Thanks for stopping by. Anyway, I think that's all I needed for that. This is just the basic please don't stop signaling. And here, it'll stop coming in. I think that's about right. At least I would get multiple trains on each line, then I certainly need to do more work. But, till then... Of course, we're a later date, so everything's much more expensive. Okay, what do we have? That's the coal and iron. I don't think anything else here does coal and iron. You know, this is the one we need for the steel. That's the one we need for the food. This one will also do food, but, you know, better getting the bigger, newer wagon. I guess we get like 3 or 4 or 7 or 10 or whatever I can afford of these. How long is this? 75? And we make a new line. And we'll supply. Because this is going to deal with this, which is the coal, I think. Into here, into here. Yeah, I know, because you didn't do it right. Okay, that's certainly the stops. Now, are they on the platforms I want? They look right. And... now we just need that other train. I have money. And for now, as I said, I think I just want to do the... yeah, we might as well just make it a steel train. I'll do food. You know, even if I do use the same line, I'll make the food a different train. In fact, if I was to do anything else, I would add... two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not much of it. That's why I don't want to go too crazy. Also, I wanted that. So let's start with this idea. Might be horribly wrong, but... and that goes from here to here. And that should be on platform 1, yep, there it goes. And that leaves me with needing some truck service. Ouch, a little expensive. And where is the industry in this town? nowhere useful. So I'm going to be a little cheaty here and use the fact we can drop off at a normal bus stop if I find them again. I think for now I'm just looking for something on this corner. And we'll increase that when and if I need it. Since I'm also doing buses, I need a transport depot that can go anywhere cheap. This just needs to be something that can handle everything, because it needs to handle the food we're going to be getting, it needs to handle some of the slag we're going to be getting, and it needs to handle some of the construction material. That's about right. And that's just going to be from there to there to there to there. I think that's right. Let's make sure these actually got signed. Okay, so I have more work to do, but that should start the transit lines. We should be producing steel, we should be shipping it out, we should be getting the bread back, we should be shipping the bread into town, we should be sending the slag to town and getting the construction parts. What this leaves me needing to do is somehow getting the bread from here as well back off this way. So they're Unlimited Zone, doing well, thank you. And we should have our first train pulling out now. I feel like for the past hour I've been setting up the beginnings of this scenario, hoping to get it somewhere close to on time and knowing I'm going to fail. Search the coast. That reminds me. So that way is north. Coast in the east. Oh, and there was a question mark. There it is.
It must be somewhere around here. We'll send out a boat to locate the spot and salvage this valuable barge.
Okay, how do I send out a boat? I mean, I could do some boating, but I don't know what they mean by,
Found it! How lucky can you get? We found the sham booze ship.
Okay. I'll leave that to speak for itself. Sounds like a migraine for me, though, so I'll lay off a little. Anyway, while that train is going, hopefully... Yes, we're starting to pile up the iron ore here. We are seeing no steel there, because that's not the... We're seeing coal here, that's perfect. Let's see. We can speed things up because we're just waiting till the line starts getting further. I think I'm twiddling thumbs. So is stopping here, but never mind that. Anyway, watch the trains. I shall, hopefully with some production happening, be right back. Need to refill my coffee here. And then we'll proceed a little longer, though I think I'm getting towards the end of the stream today. Okay, and I'm back. So, where are we? We are going somewhere. We are full of coal. So I think that's going to bring the coal to the steel plant, and then this should hopefully start going. Sorry to catch up there. I'm sure if you were watching, you knew exactly what happened, but I was reheating some coffee. And you can stop. And reverse. With the goal being to actually pick up the resources we're generating and not running empty at a large loss of money. Okay, that'll be good enough. Just to get us going. So, how am I doing for money? I'm already down to 4 million, and I'm presumably losing. Not horribly, but I am losing. And just to be sure, these lines are working right? Yeah. Making sure the doubled up tracks are actually doubled up properly is always a good thing. Sorry, I keep twitching to the right. I'm seeing something on the other screen. It's really my recording from a while ago. Okay. See other screen. I'm now on like a 34-inch ultra-wide screen, so this is actually running in windowed mode at 1080p. So we have some food. Which is exactly what we want to see. The food's coming here, so it'll be driven into town. So I guess I have the choice. I could send another train on the line, which will bring food to like here. I don't think it's worth going, you know, given the wording of the scenario, I think it's worth trucking it to these two towns. It's going to be too painful otherwise. But I could have a food train come here. In fact, what we could do is if I upgrade this to a 4th terminal, I can have this be a food line, and then every line has its own dedicated platform, which spares me some headache. And all we really need to do is then do that, in theory. In practice, apparently there's too much slope. What I could do is send this tracks.
A confusing tangle of dubious alliances and conflicts which spontaneously ignite here and there. Things are getting uncomfortable in Europe. We should make sure that we are not too economically dependent on that unstable mob and have something to eat, even in times of crisis. The country must be prepared and store sufficient reserves of foodstuffs. We have been commissioned to help build an appropriate warehouse.
Actually, that changes my idea, even though I knew that was coming from the hint. I'll leave this because I already did it. It's not worth it. But what it really means is I need food to come here to the warehouse. So before I do that, I hate this. How much construction materials does this need? Did they tell me? Not available. Oh, I guess it's not. Not telling me. Problem is, these usually have very limited amounts, and I say that's a problem because I'm only going to want to ship here like the bare minimum. Anyway, I need a road depot, truck station. We'll just toss you here. That'll be fine. Then we come to here, we buy some more road vehicles. 1, 2, 3, 4. And food supply. A. Well, I'm just going to put 1 here because it's probably just going to change. Because initially, right now, it's you know, we're getting the construction materials and we're sending them here. But I bet you it's going to become the food itself in the near future. Okay, we should proceed. And we do have some of the slag coming in. I don't know if it's building up a little bit. Probably should have added a second car for that to the train. Yeah. I don't know, we shall see. If I really just need more, I should make some path for the stone to drive in. Because again, this isn't so much that I want to overburden my trains. They really only work well with huge amounts of material. And even then, you can actually truck quite a bit in this game. If you have tons and tons of material, your best bet's actually, if you have the ability for shipping routes like this, just to use them. They will outpace most things. Okay, so with that, I should be able to put a trucking station down here too. There. And I will... 1, 2, 3... Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. New line, stone... And this goes from way down here to right up here. Probably should have made... Can I upgrade this? I can. That'll help reduce the amount of waiting the trucks have to do. Certainly our roads are starting to get very busy with our own vehicles. I mean, there are some cars as well. Hello. But we're certainly at the point only the wealthy are going to get cars. It's too early in the timeline. I don't know which vehicle you are. Do you have anything on you, though? You. You. No. A lot of vehicles with nothing on them. I see nothing here. I do see... Yeah, we're plenty of potential. Trains are hopefully now making some profit. So what I think I want to do is... No, I can't upgrade that one. But I can put in another one next to it, which will be just as good for this purpose. In fact, maybe better. I think I want to eventually ship the food here. and then to ship from here to the two towns. And the routes look direct enough, not worth me going too crazy. So let's look at this, because I want to do it on the cheap. Looks like if I like put one stop there, and I guess one stop there, because I have a choice of that house or this one. We can make 2 food lines for those. So if I'm making 2 food lines, and I probably, if I was going to do this, should have done it earlier, but whatever. We should put another station here. Currently only has 1 truck, so the next one would be a food truck fleet off to here, and then a food truck fleet off to there. So I guess I want about 6 or 7 trucks on each of these, so that would mean I want like 10 or 12 trucks on this main stretch. So it's here, 5 road vehicles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Food to storage. And that's going to be from there, yes, to here. Okay. Fine, but I want the depot itself, thank you. 5 road vehicles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's going to go from the outer terminal there into that stop. Apparently I didn't apply that, but whatever. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just set the line that's from here to here. And we will be sure that that applied. Of course it didn't. We have some construction stuff. Where's this going? Line 1, perfect. So I wanted to make some sort of shortcut somewhere. I'm trying to remember where I saw it. Oh, right. Because I'm having a lot of traffic now coming through here. But what I want to do is just take a medium street and do that. And If the town grows on that, that's fine, but if not, you know, at least some things can take a shortcut. Okay, yeah, so there's a bunch of food going into town. There's nothing going to storage yet, but that should happen. How much steel is waiting? 37? Where's my steel train? That's the supply with a bunch of coal. And that's the actual steel train. I really don't have the money to be adding more trains. So if I need more, I'm gonna either start shipping by a truck or need to wait till I get a little more income. So we're starting to get the food storage to clock up there. That means we'll start shipping food to the other cities, which is a good thing. We can see hopefully a little more production here. This production level is very low still. Also, did this give me details? Its potential is 5. For all I know, 5 is all it is, and I'm going to be rebalancing those trucks elsewhere. I mean, this says it'll take whatever it wants, but that's not usually how these lines go. Where am I? 2 hours. Let's see. I should be able to get a little bit of the construction material there, because we know some of it was already on board some of these trucks. Pause. I go lines, and I go, what was it, line 1? So this one, you can see, has the construction materials on it. But let's follow this. That was quite a carve out. So much want to decorate it too, but I'll wait till I'm doing a free play game. Right now we're in campaign mode. Okay. Yep. Says it's looking for more. Also says no... Oh, there's my number. I didn't see it before. 25. Hopefully it won't take too long. And really everything's going to start getting shipped everywhere right now from my distribution. The question is speed, not ability. But I think enough is on line 1 now that we'll get our 25 shortly, hopefully. Interestingly, I'm wondering if all those black lines and sparkles had to do with the ship here. Trying to obscure it, because I've not seen them anymore. If you're just tuned in, there's a weird pattern of white, black, whatever on the water when I just started this scenario. which you didn't see like at this level, but every time I zoomed out, you would see it. Okay, so let's see if we can't get this warehouse done. Then I probably am calling it for the stream. We do have some bread starting to... Some routes just feel inefficient in this game. That's the bread coming from here, over up to here, and then back to here, rather than just taking the trucks that are going back and forth with bread. The only way that can be more efficient is it's going to come here and then get picked up for the return trip. And another thing, like construction material getting over here, so it's taking the route this way versus the direct route. And yet, with all that indirection, if I was to put airplanes in the wrong place and trains, you know, they'd entirely prefer the train over the plane. So I guess. Okay, somehow I got 6%. That mean these actually got some food? Actually, quite a bit. Which is the whole thing, you know, especially early game, trucks can be a lot more efficient. Because while I have to put many of them on the line, I can put many of them on the line. We're still trying to build this warehouse, though. And what's... Actually, so the biggest supplies are local... I should put more of those local trucks. I know it's a lot of stuff going back and forth, but it gives me money anyway. That. Well, we haven't been making a lot of money because I haven't been thinking of it that way, but what I'm wondering is whether I should punch up steel production. And can I do it in time? Anyway, we did get one of our achievements, which is a good start.
Tensions are increasing. War seems inevitable. It would be best for our country to remain neutral so that we don't ruin anyone's business. However, our food security is in poor shape. We must expect the importation of foodstuffs to become difficult. We had better be prepared. But the populace also shouldn't have to tighten their belts.
Okay. I'm just wondering if there's anything specific I need to do in here. I don't see it. So, effectively, hopefully our distribution chain's okay. If I see pile-ups, we can certainly speed things up. Right here, we probably have a huge amount of our food supply because it's not traveling anywhere. Here, it's a little harder to get stuff. Anyway. This isn't leading up to the First World War, it's leading up to the Second. But it means it's more Depression era. As for more historical details, you're gonna have to ask someone else that's not part of the world I'm as familiar with. Anyway, I'm unfortunately going to have to basically call it here. I certainly can, if I put it in play, give us a first view for the outro, but I think that's going to be it for today's stream. I will probably continue this next time. My intent is to be trying to stream this on Sundays for the foreseeable future, starting 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard. You'll have to convert that to yours, but about 2 hours before now, if that helps you. And we'll hopefully see everyone soon. Till next time, this is EzTerry, logging out.